for ineffectiveness. Ryan Fitzpatrick couldn't lead him back 5-game win streaks now.
Sometimes it's Fitzmagic, sometimes it's Fitztragic.
Right. You know, Denver hangs in all these games. They really play them tough. We mentioned Baltimore's now in third, Titans and Ravens in overtime. Who else for your guy, Tony?
Yes, and we're going to call him the Toyota Tundra now. Derrick Henry locks this one up in overtime.
30-24, this rematch of the playoffs from last season. The Titans get the Ravens again. Ravens-Steelers Thanksgiving night on NBC. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the 18th team in NFL history to go 10-0 in the Super Bowl era.
Yes, Big Ben sees one-on-one with Chase Claypool. He didn't give him a chance because usually it means touchdown.
The Pittsburgh Steelers keep rolling on. So there you have the best of Week 11 brought to you by Verizon, the 5G America's been waiting for. So Kansas City fans, you're trying to stay within a game of Pittsburgh. There's a good week for Buffalo with the Miami loss. They're a game clear plus a head-to-head. Indy and Tennessee play next week. There's Cleveland. Vegas, if they get a win, join that group at 7-3. Rough day for Baltimore. We'll talk about that before the Thanksgiving night game against Pittsburgh. It is time now for Home Team Picks brought to you by Lowe's. Liam McHugh has America's pick and his from Vegas.
Yeah, Mike, let's start. America very heavy on the Chiefs in at 85%. You know, back here in Vegas, they call this place the Death Star. Well, tonight, I think Patrick Mahomes plays the role of Luke Skywalker. We're going to see some explosive revenge. I am taking the Chiefs. Mike Florio, you are up. May the force be with you.
The best way to beat the Chiefs is to catch them napping. The Raiders already did that once. It's not going to happen a second time. They were wide awake, guys. Chiefs win.
Kansas City, Mike Tirico. Well, Coach Gruden was a friend of mine. You guys are friends, so I'm going to let you guys gain a game on me since I'm in the lead. I'm in the holiday spirit. So I'll take the Raiders on y'all.
I hate when you do this. I really do. I'm going to go with the Chiefs and Mahomes. I can't not do it.
Yeah, I think the first time around, Kansas City really didn't respect Derek Carr and that deep pass offense. They blitzed a lot. I think they'll play a lot more sound and win the ball game tonight with Patrick Mahomes.
You're welcome. I'm just giving you guys a gift.
Be quiet.
Yeah. Those are your home team picks brought to you by Lowe's. Been a terrific Sunday of football as we start this Thanksgiving weekend. This Thanksgiving week, Sunday Night Football for the first time in Las Vegas. 8-1 Super Bowl champion Chiefs, 6-3 Raiders. New era, but the old school AFC West. Al, Chris, and Michelle get us going. Of course, Carrie Underwood starts. We'll see you at halftime. Enjoy Sunday Night Football on NBC.
Black Friday's here early, so get the 5G America's been waiting for.
Verizon 5G is next level.
Unlimited plans fit everyone in your family starting at just $35, with 5G included at no extra cost. Plus, you'll get the entertainment and gaming the whole family will love.
100% obsessed with The Mandalorian.
I watch a lot of sports.
It has all my favorite shows.
Switch now and get $13.50 off our best 5G phones.
It's like a gift on top of another gift. Gifts keep coming at you everywhere.
This is 5G from America's most reliable network.
Thrills you over the season of Audi sales.
I really appreciate that Patrick Price on my insurance check from State Farm.
Here's the deal, Patrick. State Farm offers everyone's pricing great rates.
Let me repay the favors with bill passes. Come on.
When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Experience the Xfinity Sports Zone, where you can find games, news, and highlights all in one place, right on your TV. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store for details.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now Allen
This season, catch every snap from every game. And all the plays in just 45 minutes. NFL Game Pass, where football never stops. Go to NFL.com/Game Pass to start your free trial.
We are loaded with every touchdown from every game to the end zone every Sunday afternoon. Wide open for the touchdown. We were built for days like today.
So they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him, get him on the ground quickly after the catch. A lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, right? It was kind of stacked up. Waiting all day for Sunday night. They're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Sunday night football's kicking in the high gear. The stars have arrived. Come on, get up and cheer.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
A sight like few others, the glowing lights of the Las Vegas Strip. And a look from above at Allegiant Stadium, the brand new digs of the Las Vegas Raiders, who are ready for a big and very important game tonight. All set to face Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. Now, Michael Chris Collinsworth and Michelle DePoya. The Chiefs come in with a mark of 8-1. That one was a loss to the Raiders in Week 5. There's been no repeat Super Bowl champion in 16 seasons. I think these guys have a very decent shot at snapping that skate. Meanwhile, the Raiders come in with a mark of 6-3. This is a franchise that's been to postseason only once in 17 years. So maybe they've come to the desert to try to find an oasis. But meanwhile, this week, it's been a COVID-related rough week. Michelle will have details on that in just a couple of minutes. Chris, let's talk about the game. The Raiders found the right formula in week number 5. But that was then. This is now. What's the formula tonight?
Well, you know, they had so many big plays in that first game, especially in the passing game. You just wonder whether or not that's going to be sustainable or not. But what we have seen out of the Raiders lately is that they can be very physical and very dominant with the run game. So if they can get that established, maybe they get back to those big pass plays.
The Chiefs, Super Bowl champs, they've lost only once over the last calendar year. That, of course, was to the Raiders. So much to like. Start with Patrick Mahomes.
A lot to like there. He's pretty special, isn't he? You know, and he's on pace to be certainly one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest player of all time, because last time around, the Raiders held them to just 32 points and felt very good about themselves. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's kind of what it's been like to play against Patrick Mahomes. We'll see how it plays out tonight.
Two original AFL franchises have been going at it for 60 years. What's next tonight on Sunday Night Football?
This is the new iPhone 12 Pro with 5G, and it's on AT&T, the fastest nationwide 5G network. Now new and existing customers can get our best deal.
Really? Mom, AT&T has the deal for new and existing customers. I will.
So what'd you say?
Wrong person. Get it, Carl. Very excited and on his way.
Word of mouth advertising. It's what they did before commercials.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets our best deal, like the amazing iPhone 12 mini on us.
Andrew, what's up, man? Good, man.
the usual. The what you don't even have to say because they already know it. Your go-to small businesses are relying on you to come back and shop small again, and again, and again. We know them. We love them. So let's go shop small with American Express.
At Chipotle, carne asada is back. The cumin, the coriander, mixing it with that fresh lime juice and that cilantro, and it just brings out those flavors. It's very tender. When you're cutting it, it's tender. When you're eating it, it's tender. It's bomb steak.
Wendy's didn't start the chicken wars. They just ended them with Wendy's new classic chicken sandwich. Nothing beats this classic. Grab it now with Wendy's 2 for $5.
Running back Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
Now I think we're gonna find
issues
again. Cash back on the things all in our home. A shot for Lucky 10.
And the Packers have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that way.
I gotta carry it 40 times out of that. He is a star in this league.
He's got the skills. He's got the speed. Still going. Our team multiple times. I don't know how you stop him.
Download the NBC Sports app today and get everything you need to keep you in the game.
NBC Sports, celebrating 15 seasons of Sunday Night Football, welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail
the bright lights of Vegas, for some, is blinding, but others naturally reflect the glare.
Got him off for the end zone, touchdown!
So now the act they call Showtime hits the stage. And even though he's already a champ, to be a great performer, you gotta conquer this trip. But there's a guy that might have a problem with that tail. Because trust me, no one likes getting shown up on their own stage. Chiefs, Raiders, under the neon lights, baby.
Showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
A look at the strip, and there's no question the brightest name in neon tonight in this town, right there, Patrick Mahomes. Meanwhile, a crazy week for the Raiders. More on that to detail it. Here's Michelle.
Well, Al, on Wednesday, the Raiders had 11 players on the reserve COVID list, 10 of them on the defense. All of them missed practice while in quarantine. Now, as of yesterday, 8 of them came off the list after testing negative every day. But this morning, LaMarcus Joyner was put back on the list after a positive test, joining linebacker Corey Littleton and defensive end Cleveland Ferrell, who remain on the list and are out tonight. John Gruden and the team have already paid hefty fines and lost a 6th-round draft pick for violating COVID protocols earlier this season, though it's unlikely the Raiders will face any penalties this time around. Still, defensive coordinator Paul Gunther, whose birthday it is today, has been lamenting the cost of lost practice time, citing a Chiefs team coming off a bye and looking to atone for that Week 5 loss to the Raiders. Al, as Gruden told us, Tiger Woods is coming to town and he's ticked off. He's practiced all week. We haven't.
So Gunther can only hope that the candles are not blown out tonight by Kansas City. Kansas City's doing that on any given Sunday, Monday, or Thursday. Harrison Butker to kick off. KC won the toss. Chiefs have deferred. Henry Ruggs, as fast as they come, one of their first-round draft picks, stands at the goal line. And here we go from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas with the kick all the way through the uprights and the end zone. So Carr comes out. Up and down career for him, but a great game in Week 5 at Kansas City. His numbers there. 347 yards, threw for 3 touchdowns. And there's some question as to whether he would be back, how he would work with Gruden, but everything seems to be in pretty good order right now. Gruden now in his 3rd season at the helm of the Raiders. Josh Jacobs starts as the running back. He's going to be fun to watch.
up among the leaders in rushing this season. As the first half is winding down, and the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And already a change at the line before the first scrimmage play of the game. Give it to Jacobs, and he'll get stopped after a 1-yard carry up at the 26. Let's take a look at that Raider offense. We'll see a lot of Jacobs tonight. Also, Devontae Booker will spell him. Runs as fast as they come. Waller is terrific. Here's your leading receiver, tight end, and we all know about Jason Witten. And the guys up front, Hudson in the middle is a former Chief. Steve Jackson, the right guard, is very good as well. They go with 3 tights here on 2nd down and 9. Jacobs again. And Jacobs still on his feet. Carries it out to the 30-yard line. That sets up a 3rd down and 5 on this opening drive. To go in the half, I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe. That is the wise play.
We know about the strength of this football team, and maybe the big pillar in the middle there is Rodney Hudson, one of the best pass protectors in all the game. And there he is, just staying on his block to Derek Notting as long as he could. And one thing you're going to find tonight is that Josh Jacobs is not an easy guy to get on the ground.
3rd and 5. The Raiders are best in the league at converting on 3rd down, over 50%. Kansas City right there with them back. Trying to convert here. Deep down the left side and making the catch is Darren Waller, that big tight end. And what a season he is having. So on a 3rd down and 5, all the way down the field for 26 yards.
Nobody can get used to this guy's speed. I'm telling you, Darren Waller is one of those guys that when he gets in space and starts running, he stuns everybody. He runs like he's Henry Ruggs or one of these speedsters out there. A big, long strider, and you see that game after game, they just get startled by his speed.
That pass lofted over the safety, Daniel Sorensen, at the KC 44. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Well, Carr didn't like what he looked, so he goes for a timeout. And that lets us show you the Kansas City defense under Steve Spagnuolo. Chris Jones is the guy to watch, number 95. And the linebackers for Kansas City include Willie Gay, who is a rookie, drafted in the 2nd round of Mississippi State, very quick. And then in the secondary, you got the Honey Badger right there, number 32, Ty Matthews, leading the charge. Andy Reid, 8 years now in Kansas City, 18-3 after a bye. And it's the 3rd year in a row that the Raiders have been lucky enough, or unlucky enough, the way you want to look at it, to face Kansas City after that off week. Clark throws over the middle, wide open, making the catch, taking it inside the 20 is Nelson Aguilar. And the former Philadelphia Eagle, in his first year as a Raider, takes it to the 15-yard line. Gain of 29.
First of all, watch the protection. You're going to see the deep over route here, but Derek Carr is going to have to step up into this pocket. This is a route that takes some time. Credit the offensive line. They get Colton Miller back playing that left tackle position. Brandon Parker goes over to the right tackle position. This is probably their best pass protected team right now.
A lot of different combinations along that offensive front this year for Las Vegas. Through the middle. Here goes Jacobs all the way to the 1-yard line for a gain of 14. Sorensen saving the touchdown for the moment. His first down and goal.
Take a look at the right guard here, Gabe Jackson, and some of these late double teams. Watch the movement he gets as he comes down to this late double team. Press him out of the way and just create that big opening of a hole. Steve Spagnuolo, he thinks Josh Jacobs is the best pure runner in the National Football League right now, and he's starting off that way.
Fullback, stays in here, leads away, this leads away here, and to the end zone, touchdown. So Jacobs takes it in a great opening drive. 4 first downs on the drive. They run it 4 times, they throw it twice, and just like that, Vegas has a lead.
Halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. And they need to take a good, relaxed
When you watch the Raiders, you watch these three guys in here. That is the strength of their football team. Big, powerful guards that weigh about 340 pounds. And this is becoming a different Raiders team. We talked about all the explosive plays in that first matchup. This is more what they've done here lately.
Dan Carlson for the extra point.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the
Played
catch.
3 minutes and 35 seconds in Las Vegas. And Jacobs taking it in to make it 7-0.
Big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players.
His son once returned home from the farm. He gave to his father a gift.
On first down.
It wasn't a thing of great meaning, but a thing of quality and purpose. This gift was used well. And over 40 years, this thing of quality and purpose became a thing of the heart, the fame of a son.
Allen's throw is complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was
It's being in his chair again, not in the kitchens. The buzz of the Clippers in his expert hands. How he remembers exactly how much to take off the top and perfects a fade that had all but faded away. The small details are a big reason to come back and shop your favorite small businesses. We know them. We love them. So let's go shop small with American Express.
I use Rakuten to get cash back in store and online. I just go to shop online with Rakuten and I get cash back. I love using Rakuten during the holidays because I can get the sale and I can get cash back. All the stores are having sales, they're doing extra cash back, there's coupons, it's just deals on top of deals. You're stacking your savings.
I'm definitely going to use Rakuten for my holiday shopping. I got a lot of family, so I might as well get some cash back.
And it's so easy and the best way to start off the new year. Shop, get cash back, repeat. Sign up today and get cash back with Rakuten.
We're all finding ways to keep moving. But how do we make sure the direction we're headed is forward? At Fidelity, you'll get the planning and advice to prepare you for the future without sacrificing the things that are important to you today. We'll help you plan for healthcare costs, taxes, and any other uncertainties along the way. Because with Fidelity, you can feel confident that the only direction you're moving is forward.
Because you just know they're coming, and you never know
How
exactly
about
how they
you?
can be exotic in
No.
their blitzes.
No way.
It just takes over.
First and 10.
Come on, no.
Only Discover has no annual fee on any card.
Sunday Night Football being brought to you by Chevrolet, introducing the all-new Chevy Trailblazer. By Progressive Insurance, save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. And by Gap, dream the future. I want to thank Wayne Newton. Good job on that narration before the game tonight. Sinatra, you saw the entire Rat Pack in one of those shots. Elvis, Leon, Wayne Newton. You name it, they've been here.
Diving catch.
Yes,
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
My husband was very interested in football.
Yes,
that way.
he was. Yes, he was.
I had to meet him a couple of times.
He was in the right town for it.
Yes, sir. The 4-yard line. This is Byron Pringle to run it back. Kick return touchdown in Week 7 against Denver, and we have a penalty. Carl Shepard is the debut right here.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the
During the return,
question there.
holding, number 50, return team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
It's not really gay. Okay, so here's Mahomes. I mean, what more can you say? Rewriting the record book, in the league MVP, Super Bowl MVP. How about that? 25 touchdowns, 1 interception. That interception was by Jeff Heath of the Raiders, who had 2 last week against Denver.
Starting now.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the running back. Looking rookie. Toss to him on the outside. Has some room. Spun out of bounds after a gain of 8 by Dick Witkowski. Here's that Kansas City potent offense with Edwards-Helaire. You know about Hill. Hardman is okay now. He was on the COVID list. Travis Kelce, sensational, of course, on the right side. And up front, Mitchell Schwartz is still out, missing his 4th straight game. He's on IR right now, so Remmers takes over at that spot. Second down and 2 from the 23-yard line. Fired over the middle off the fake, and that goes to Byron Pringle to move the chains for the first time for Kansas City up to the 33.
From midfield, here's
that RPO action that time with Kwiatkowski coming on the blitz here. There was nobody in behind with his slant, so made it nice and easy for Patrick Mahomes.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And the reinforcements coming as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had success running the football in this one.
On the ground, the rookie out of LSU. Broke one tackle, gets it out to the 37. Carl Nassib made the stop. Let's take a look at that Raider defense, which has gotten better. See if they can match that tonight. Crosby, defensive end on the right side, with 6 sacks to lead. The team has only 11. Kwiatkowski came over from Chicago. He wears the green dot. He calls the defensive signals. And the guys to watch in the secondary include Abram, number 24, and Arnett, who was one of their first-round picks. Second down and 6. Edwards-Helaire probing. Comes up about a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and short.
Now, a very interesting thing on that last play. I think it was the Kansas City Chiefs bench all screaming, reverse, reverse. They were faking a reverse, and they wanted the Raiders defense to look out there, divert their eyes a little bit. So in this empty stadium, the other team is the team screaming reverse to try and mess up the Raiders on the defensive side.
We will see a reverse or two before the night is done. Darrell Williams in there as the fullback here. Mahomes on the run, rolling, wide open, making the catch at the 44-yard line. Tyreek Hill for a first down.
Jonathan Abrams, a great player coming out of the back end, but sometimes he can just go too hard. He had a little blitz coming that time and looked like he was going to make a big play. But when you talk to Paul Gunther, the defensive coordinator, all we tell him is sometimes just slow down. You don't have to blow him up every time. Just make a play.
I got you. Here we go. Got goal.
Off the fake, and then reaching out and making a great grab is Tyreek Hill. Well covered, reached out, caught it. Picks up a few yards on the play, 6 in fact, to make it 2nd down and 4.
How fantastic is it to get to hear Patrick Mahomes calling out signals, and he is just reading the backside of those linebackers, and if they give him any space at all, Tyreek Hill is just going to have a field day back there. That was good coverage that time, though, by Nevin Lawson. Just a better throw and catch.
Carr sitting and waiting, led his team on a scoring drive in their first possession. Right now, 2nd down and 4 on Kansas City's opening drive. Edwards-Helaire with a spinorama to the 35-yard line. That's going to be a 3rd and short again.
You know, Al, it's a really interesting question in my mind. So many guys on this Raiders defense didn't practice, right, for John Gruden this past week. They were home watching Zoom. They had microphones on coaches so they could hear all this stuff. But at this point in the season, did basically giving their body a week off do them as much good as practice would have done? I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting question.
Not the worst thing in the world at the end of November. 3rd down and 1. Mahomes off the fake again, keeps his eyes downfield, and it's Kelce. That's enough. Well, Kelce couldn't hold on to it. So he had the first down, couldn't hold on. Damon Arnett covering on the play, the rookie, and so it's 4th down and 1. And to keep the offense out on the field.
Yeah, no surprise there. The surprise came that catch wasn't made because Travis Kelce has been red hot, and he has always been the go-to guy in the clutch situations. Paul Gunther said, we get in a big moment, we're guarding 87 as closely as we can.
Comes off a 10-catch game against Carolina before the bye. Mahomes will throw and complete it for a first down again. So on 4th and 1, they go for it. No mystery there. Hill makes the catch, move the chains.
Yeah, and one of the hard parts for the Raiders on defense today is going to be they thought they were going to get their slot. Nevin Lawson was going to have to move into the slot, but they thought they were going to get LaMarcus Joyner back. Last second, he was unable to play, so not a lot of practice time period, and for Nevin Lawson, really sort of a new position. Not really, but sort of.
10th play of the drive. To the outside. Hill again. Calling his number a lot on this drive out at the 22-yard line. Gain of 8, second down and 2.
Yeah, and the interesting part of what we're seeing so far out of Kansas City are these quick throws. Because in the last game against the Raiders forced Patrick Mahomes to hold the ball longer than he had all season. He completed barely 50% of his passes. So since then, we haven't seen a lot of that. And tonight, we're seeing maybe a response to what happened and what went wrong in that first one.
Second and 2. Driving in little bites here on this drive. As Edwards-Helaire finds enough space to pick up another first down inside the 15-yard line. Kwiatkowski makes the tackle under 6 minutes to play in the quarter.
And we've talked so much about the Raiders and the illness and all the different things. But when you look at the offensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs, I count 6 guys that they were counting on to play a lot this season that have not been able to play, either opting out or got hurt or whatever the case may be. So the great shuffle that has been the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line this year, and still having that success, pretty amazing.
One of the big opt-outs, Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, a doctor by trade, stayed in Canada to help fight COVID. Edwards-Helaire takes it to the 7-yard line. Mullen makes the tackle. So this drive has now consumed more than 6 minutes, and they run a dozen plays.
Well, and then every once in a while, they play power football. 3 tight ends over here on the right side, and they're just going to wash down everything inside of them and allow Helaire a chance to come all the way back, and then just have to take on a cornerback and Trayvon Mullen one-on-one.
Now you've got Kelsey in the backfield. Holmes had come up in the pistol. Kelsey's going to take the direct snap. He's going to shovel it to Pringle. And Pringle is going to fight his way, I think, for a first down with forward progress. Popped there by Jonathan Abram. Now the ball comes out. And taking it all the way down will be Abram. And they're going to call forward progress with stop. So Abram will get a little bit of television time. And that's it. Means nothing.
Well, I don't know if it means nothing.
Well, you know what I mean.
Not in our commercial rates.
Yeah, that's true.
Watch this one. This is just so much fun. So they did the Mahomes motion last week, and then he took the snap. This time they go to Kelsey, and he is a former quarterback.
Meanwhile, that play was whistled dead before the snap. Hill made the grab on the outside, but a timeout was taken here. With a first and goal at the
second
3.
timeout.
Back in 30.
A son once returned home from afar and gave to his father a gift. It wasn't a thing of great meaning, but a thing of quality and purpose. This gift was used well. And over 40 years, this thing of quality, of purpose, became a thing of the heart, a thing of a son.
Come on now. Next Gen Stats, powered by Amazon Web Services. AWS is out.
So the old Raiders are all being honored here with plaques and memorabilia. Of course, the great John Madden, inducted in 2006, and Willie Brown and James Lofton and Marcus Allen and Dave Casper and Ronnie Lott. What a group. Meanwhile, after the timeout, it's first and goal from the 3. Hill will take the short toss and walk it into the end zone. Tyreek Hill on that drive caught 5 passes for 37 yards. They ran 14 plays and went 85 yards in half a quarter. 7:24 on the clock.
Well, these are the things you don't get a chance to practice either, right? This is a very specific style of goal line offense that the Kansas City Chiefs have. They're going to always give you a lot of motion, a lot of shifts, and it's something you just have to game plan, be very specific on, and the Raiders looked a little lost on that one.
Butker for the extra point. He's missed 6 of these this season. NFL record is 8. The record you don't want to hold. Hill with 5 catches on the drive. And
any better than this.
And instant classics.
What a throwing catch! This is going to live forever.
We're here for the Thursday night throwdown.
So we're going to continue to get better. This was a get-right game.
Sunday morning breakdown.
Those guys are going to have to step up. Don't sleep on this defense.
And all the inside lowdown.
I got to be a part of that. I got to carry it 40 times, I'll do that. He is a star in this league.
Your team. He's got the skills. He's got the speed. Still going. Our team.
The best wide receiver in the NFL.
Every team. Touchdown! If it happens in this league, why we love football. We're all here for it.
It's on.
Wow. Oh, are you kidding me?
NFL Network. We're here for football.
Oh, wait. It's going to be...
It's the NFL on EA Sports and we're at Hill Stadium.
Put our faces on some other guy's spot.
Take from the deep fake Bills and a moment ago they did to the delight of this
We got one of those new purple mattresses, and it is amazing. You have to try it. Oh, this doesn't feel like memory foam. This feels amazing, right? What is it? Actually, it's called Purple, and it's a completely unique comfort technology meticulously designed to cradle and support the human body. Cool. It's our best Black Friday sale ever. Get $400 off a mattress and sleep bundle at purple.com/TV. Okay. Let's see what you got, Oculus.
Come on, please.
Of course.
I'll give you that.
Where are you? Come in.
Yes.
Yes. It's on. Look.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz.
This week, Thanksgiving week, Jimmy Fallon on the Tonight Show will welcome, among others, Emma Stone. It's good to see Jerry Seinfeld aboard Tonight Show with Jimmy. All this week on NBC is to look at the fountains outside the Bellagio Hotel. So each team goes down the field, scores on its first possession. 11 minutes into the game. And Vegas to get the ball, and this one is going to bounce. And does it go out of bounds? It does. And that means it comes out to the 40-yard line.
Allen gonna throw. Going deep for Diggs.
Did not get to the end zone, so
that will be incomplete.
Derek Carr, Arrowhead, Week 5, 2 TD passes of 50 or more yards, a 72-yard TD pass, also 59. First Raiders quarterback in a quarter of a century with 2 TD passes of 50 or more yards in one game. Jeff Hostetler did it back in '96, and the only 50-yard passing plays allowed by the Chiefs this season. So going to work against the defense. He put 40 up against them the last time. Starts with 7 tonight quickly. Second drive begins here.
Hey, we're good. We're good. We're good. Here we go. Hey, 53.
Completes it to the
Jacobs scored that touchdown, picking up 2. So much was made about John Gruden and how he would get along with Derek Carr. And even in the offseason this year, all these rumors about Tom Brady's going to come to Las Vegas. You look at John's record, 7th season as a Raider coach. He had 4, then he left to go to Tampa Bay and beat him in the Super Bowl. And this is his 3rd on the way back.
Hey, Lava Ray! Lava Ray!
He had some audibles on his team, too.
Purple Walrus.
There you go.
Throws over the middle, caught, and that'll be Hunter Renfro. Kind of gets lost in the shuffle here with all of the big names, you know, Aguilar and Ruggs and Darren Waller, the tight end. Renfro having a really good year.
Purple Walrus is pretty good. This looks like an RPO, but it's not. Going to hit this right in here. You can see the offensive line really pass blocking, not run blocking. But so far, that play-action game has really come up aces so far here for the Raiders.
Go with three tight ends here. Waddle will set up on the other side. Like the fake again. Carr buying time. He's going to keep it. Run out of bounds after a short game.
You know, Al, in talking to some of the Kansas City coaches this week, they were talking about Derek Carr. They're saying, you know, we're still seeing Derek Carr's body out there wearing his number 4, but more and more it's becoming John Gruden's brain. And even Derek was talking to us about that a little bit when he was saying, you know, when he first met me and brought me in, he said, I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to rebuild everything you've ever done. With most veteran players, that wouldn't work. But for Derek Carr, he loved it.
2nd and 8. Yeah, we've been talking to quarterbacks. Here's the first question. Look at me the okie-dokie once in a while. Hey, I'm just trying to get better, blah, 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 blah. But there's no question in our mind that Carr has bought into Gruden totally.
It's like the $6 million man or something. You know, we can rebuild him. And Derek Carr was one of those sort of fringe players almost. You were thinking, is he going to make it as a starter with the Raiders? And now you look at his numbers, 16 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes only 1 interception on the season, the 2 tops in the National Football League. But this really has become the version of Derek Carr everybody thought he could be.
Put him to a mark of 6 and 3. Play action to the outside. Want to run there for Waller. Just a stiff arm. Send the defender out of the way, and he picks up the first down.
Listen, I know we have some great tight ends in the National Football League, General Travis Kelce, but this guy does not get enough attention. Darren Waller, I don't know how fast he is. I'm going to guess at least 4.4 for a guy his size, and that kind of movement skill in the open field is sick. That's just crazy what he's been doing.
At 6'6", 255 pounds. Bring the fullback, nice goal going to get. What is it? Baker Jacobs. Pass to Jacobs. And in goes the fullback will gain 12 and take the ball to the 17-yard line for another first down.
Boy, welcome back, Holton Miller. This is really helping the cause. Miller right here is just going to maintain a presence on Frank Clark and push him all the way around Derek Carr. Derek Carr had absolutely nothing open, went from the left side of the field all the way back, knew he had a check down, and there it was, wide open.
Final 5 seconds of the quarter to get the play off. Might be a free play here, and it is going to be caught. Aguilar in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Derek Nottie looked like he had come across the line. Play continued, and Aguilar makes the catch at the end of the quarter, 17-yard TD.
First things first, let's make sure this is a touchdown. 1, 2, cleanly in. Clean touchdown, and I'm going to give Derek Carr a ton of credit on that one. With 15 seconds to go on the play clock, he ran up to the line of scrimmage like he was about to run out of clock. Hurry, hurry, hurry! And then he went hard count. Everybody jumped. He got the free play and the touchdown.
So 2 for 2 on their drives tonight. Carlson now for the extra point. Quarter ends after this. He's ready to switch sides of the field and bangs it through. Good first quarter. 10-1, 14-7 Las Vegas. Back Sunday Night Football after this.
First and 10, it's Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
From an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because they only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means a football likely on 4 yards. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they'll get it up just short It's a first down.
Who has live scores?
A pair of first downs gives them a first and 10 up at the 44.
Who put our faces on some other guy's bodies?
Out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And me, Baker Mayfield's face on not Baker Mayfield's body. Hulu has live scores.
We're all finding ways to keep moving. But how do we make sure the direction we're headed is forward? At Fidelity, you'll get the planning and advice to prepare you for the future without sacrificing the things that are important to you today. We'll help you plan for healthcare costs, taxes, and any other uncertainties along the way. Because with Fidelity, you can feel confident that the only direction you're moving is forward.
They're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to all, please.
Is the 7 wild card?
No, it's wild card.
Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I need a price check on honey.
Don't get mad, get E-Trade, and get more than just trading. Investing, banking, guidance.
Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field.
I switched to Geico and got more. Geico's got you covered. Like a blanket.
First and 10.
You seeing this? Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Go to NFLshop.com and gear up.
We'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights.
Aerial coverage being brought to you by Geico down at Allegiant Stadium for the southern end of the strip. Got a 4-minute ride over to the airport. Home of the Las Vegas Raiders. Third time that the Raiders have called home. Oakland, Los Angeles, and now Vegas. Al Michaels, Chris Collins running the show before you. Start the second quarter, 14-7 Raiders. And Kansas City to get the ball and run out by Pringle, 2 yards deep in the end zone. Out to the 27-yard line. Let's go back to that touchdown as the clock expired at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, watch Derek Carr. He looks up, he sees the clock, and he really sells. He's like, hurry, 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 come on, guys, bring it hot. And that was a fake count and got him, so he knew he had the free play. It didn't really matter because Aguilar won so easily on the back end anyway. And what a steal Nelson Aguilar has become. He was a bit of a punchline in Philadelphia, and he has become a superstar here with the Raiders.
Because of so many drops with the Eagles.
And they will take a
But
knee
he has
here.
now picked up a touchdown in 5 of the last 7 games. And this pass is not handled by Edwards-Helaire. It'll be second down and 10. Both guys off to hot starts tonight, the quarterbacks. Mahomes has missed only once, and that was Kelsey's drop. And then Helaire just there. 55 yards to 106 because Carr has had the ball on 2 drives and had 1. Carr goes over the pictures right now. As Mahomes on a second down and 10, sets up in his own 27. Edwards-Helaire. And he will come close to picking up the first down. They will give it to him. Nicholas Morrow makes the tackle.
Yeah, and it's been interesting to watch the transformation of these linebackers for the Raiders as well. Nicholas Morrow, maybe the odd man out. They ended up signing Nick Witkowski and Corey Littleton as 2 big, high-priced free agents in the offseason, and Littleton has been on the COVID list. But the last 2 weeks, Nicholas Morrow and Nick Witkowski have played better as a linebacker group than anything they put on the field this year.
Great protection. Mahomes checks it down over the middle after looking very long. And that's DeMarcus Robinson coming up with his first catch of the game.
One of the great things about Joe Montana was watching his feet move. So we're going to isolate a little bit on Patrick Mahomes tonight. Think of Muhammad Ali, you think of whoever you want. But he is always in position to make the throws that he wants to make. And you always go, well, how does he do that? And sometimes he makes those odd angles. But that kind of footwork just puts you in position for greatness.
It's Malik Collins and Mike Remmers says it's in, not me.
Neutral zone infraction, number 97 defense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Okay, this is highly entertaining. Mike Remmers with his salute to officials here. All right, so he's going to come off, so you're going to stab him here and get the penalty. But this is bonus. That's bonus.
As the second half gets underway.
I love linemen. They were always the best. Offensive linemen, it's the greatest room in the world of any NFL team.
They normally make the best interviews we have. First and 5 here. Edwards and Laird. Keeping the name of both his biological father and his stepfather. Clyde, one of 5 LSU Tigers drafted in the first round back in April. He was the last pick in the first round.
And we're starting to see the Chiefs get back, and there's Le'Veon Bell. Will get his opportunity, I'm sure, but we're starting to see the Chiefs get back to their running game a little bit. It has not been front and center the way that it was earlier in the year. Blair, though, in this one, looks like he's been getting his fair share of carries.
Carried 7 times for 40 yards. Now Mahomes, again, a ton of time. Fires inside the 20. Kelsey makes this grab. And they're on the move again. And already tonight, Kansas City has picked up a total of 9 first downs.
Well, and here's what they do. They go hard play action, get the linebackers to step up. You see Kwiatkowski there, and then they have to find one of the most elusive tight ends in the game in Travis Kelsey. So by establishing that run game early, it really makes the play action game really effective.
They made Arnett pay the price at the end of that. Bouncing away.
Levi Wallace with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Motion. Big shovel pass. Corner of the end zone is incomplete. Flag on the play. DeMarcus Robinson was the intended receiver.
Illegal use of hands to the face, number 72 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
And then on Eric Fisher, who was the overall #1 pick in the draft back in 2013.
I think he had his hand in the right place to begin with. I think it's on the shoulder pad, but then as the movement started, it slid up to the face mask. That was what they saw. Well, I tell you though, Eric Fisher's had a really good year this year. They needed him just to play big with all the other injuries.
Year out of Central Michigan. First and 20, and again, the flag is down, so a free play here. It is tipped and incomplete. But the Raiders came across early one more time.
The hard count in this environment, in this quiet atmosphere, is just that much more effective. You can almost feel the impact of it in the booth.
Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Left yardage was 0 yet. That's wrong.
You can also hear somebody just scream out, "Watch the hard count."
First and 15.
It's fun. You hear everything. And we miss the fans every week more and more.
Oh, for sure. In this new stadium with the Raiders, you do feel a little cheated. You don't get the full experience.
On a first and 15, Mahomes stepping up all the way to the end zone. There's a flag. As Kelsey's down there, he's covered by Damon Arnett, the rookie. Arnett at 6 feet and 195, and Kelsey 6'5" and 260.
Automatic. First down.
I just got to tell you, I wouldn't have thrown the flag on that one. That was a double move. Arnett was in the right position as he came out of the double move. That was as much Kelsey as it was Arnett. The ball was probably uncatchable out of bounds for a variety of reasons. I would have stuffed that one down in my pocket.
Apart from that, not much. Yep. Instead, it's a first down and goal. Spotted at the 3. Tight ends. Mahomes to the end zone, and that's incomplete. It's Hill coming across the back of the end zone. Hill, who caught 5 passes on the first drive of the night. Second down and goal.
Sometimes you watch Patrick Mahomes backpedal, and it's like a piece of art. You know, it really is. He can move backwards almost as fast as most quarterbacks can move forward. Didn't like it at all. He really just threw that one away. But the number of plays he's made in his career off the backpedal, pretty amazing.
For that second effort, does he get there? No signal yet from the official. Now you get one. Touchdown. So they stopped him initially, keeps on fighting, takes it into the end zone.
Yeah, so many times it's up to the running back to set up the cut. And you'll see off the double team here, when the linebackers react over the top, he will just come the opposite way. So as a linebacker off of those double teams, you really don't know what to do. That time it was a good hit there by Kwiatkowski, but just couldn't get him contained. I like that Edwards-Helaire. He is dynamic in the open field. He's a tough, hard-nosed runner inside.
Clear Rookie of the Year candidate. Got the start on opening night. Of course, Damian Williams would have probably been their opening night starter having a training camp and all of the rest, but Williams opted out because of COVID concerns, and that opened the door for Edwards-Helaire.
Such a good receiving threat, too. Anytime you get one-on-one, it seems like everybody misses those tackles.
Makes this one, so 4 drives into the game, 4 touchdowns, 14-14.
We're all finding ways to keep moving. But how do we make sure the direction we're headed is smooth? At Fidelity, you'll get the planning and advice to prepare you for the future without sacrificing the things that are important to you today. We'll help you plan for healthcare costs, taxes, and any other uncertainties along the way. Because with Fidelity, you can feel confident that the only direction you're moving is forward.
It's a return to your ritual, and the relief that your right hand will finally look as good as your left. The small details are a big reason to come back and shop your favorite small businesses. So let's go shop small with American Express.
Is the salmon wild caught?
She only eats wild caught.
First down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
I need a price check on honey.
And the 49ers are within an extra point of
Don't get mad, get E-Trade, and get more than just trading. Investing, banking, guidance. We love the department.
There is a bit of a clogging
defense is
problem.
going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what, I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2.
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our renters and car insurance.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
So all even at 7 down.
I wasn't going very far.
Sometimes I just forget.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
We take safety seriously, like in the Hyundai Tucson.
Ready to go for their next drive.
It can help protect the ones you love
Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
and the ones they love.
At the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
From the brand with more 2020 IIHS Top Safety Awards than Honda, Toyota, or Nissan. Feeling safe. It's better than a Hyundai Tucson.
Let NBC take care of the rest. We got this.
Well, share Thanksgiving with the world's favorite and funniest prehistoric family, the Croods. DreamWorks Animation's new film, The Croods, A New Age, arrives in theaters this Thanksgiving weekend, November the 25th.
Try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
4 drives, 4 touchdowns, tied at 14. Big game for all teams, in particular the Raiders. As they will have swept the season series in 1 year and be only a game back in the AFC West. And Vegas will start the drive from the 25-yard line. I can tell you this Sunday Night Football is being brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. By State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Lowe's, we put the home and home team. And by Simply Safe, simple setup, serious security. So it took a lot of men and women to build this stadium, 12,000 plus. So thank you for finishing on time. Raiders owner Mark Davison with gift cards for a steak dinner. Prior to kickoff tonight, some of the workers lit the Al Davis Memorial Torch. It took them a couple of years to build this. Can you imagine, Chris, doing construction when it's 110 degrees outside? No.
I can't imagine doing construction.
But they did it. Got it done on time from the 25-yard line. Pass off the rollout, and that's a nice gain here for St. Jones. He makes his first catch of the night for a gain of 19 to the 44-yard line.
Well, there you go. They end up with the other back in now, Devontae Booker. Every third series, they're going to bring Booker into the game to give Josh Jacobs a little break. But Devontae Booker has been so good that he's drawing that kind of attention off of play action, too.
And Ingold's been there a lot, the fullback, speaking to their emphasis more on the run than it used to be.
James Harden, Mike! James Harden!
James Harden makes his first appearance.
Yeah, wait to see what this is.
Three-pointer. Out to the 50-yard line goes Devontae Booker, the ex-Bronco. And a nice day against his old mates last week here.
The guy they're getting a little excited about now is Brandon Parker. And watch him coming off here on the double team. This is definitely, he got a lot of playing time when Colton Miller was out playing the left tackle position. They flip him over to right tackle for this game. But more and more, the physical nature of these five guys up front are showing up in this game.
It's time from the gun. Inside handoff. Booker. Nice high step there. And that's a first down. Gay stops him. 9:45 to go in the half. 14-all at Allegiant Stadium.
One thing I love is when you have a center on your team that can pull alongside of your guard athletically and get out in front. It just creates a lot of options in the run game. Rodney Hudson, I talked about him as a pass protector. I think arguably the best pass protecting center of the decade. And yet he still is athletic enough to get out in front.
Spent the first 4 years of his career with the Chiefs. Double fake. And then a little floater goes out here to Derek Carrier. One Derek to another. Breaks a tackle and picks up 16 yards. Got away from Daniel Sorensen. So he would be the number 3 tight end. Making the grab here. And moves the change at the 32-yard line.
That may be the best play I've seen Derek Carr make this season. He was absolutely dead to right. Tershawn Wharton was right in his face. He knew exactly where his check down was and just floated that thing out there. He was dead and just turned and trusted his instincts and got it out of there. Instead of a sack, a huge play.
Carr hasn't missed. 8 of 8 for 138. Back on the ground. Booker to the 29-yard line. Steve Spagnuolo, last couple of years, he's helped to resurrect and revitalize that defense. But having his hands full with Kansas City against there it was.
There it goes.
First one open, it's all 50 cents against the Raiders in both week 5 and tonight. And there's Waller bursting through. Tackled at the 17-yard line.
Does this take you back in time a little bit, this shootout in the AFC West that I keep looking for Hank Stram and John Madden on the sidelines? I mean, they're just sprinting up and down the field, and so far the shortest drive for a touchdown in this game has been 60 yards. I mean, this is really incredible to watch.
They're just matriculating the ball down the field.
That's your guy, I know.
Henry Stram from the 18-yard line. Halfway through the second quarter, inside give here, nothing happening. Booker gets stuck at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Well, there's our big guy, Chris Jones, one of the most entertaining guys that we talk to during the course of the season. He always just has a fun line, and Josh Jacobs, the running back of the Raiders, said, I love playing against that guy. It's always a joke. He always gives you a reason to be fired up. And yet when he flips the switch, he is the best player on that defense.
180! It's the NFL 72 Soul. Come here. 72 Soul. A few moments ago to the delight of this crowd, it was the Bears racing
Clock at 1.
as they get set to match up with the Tampa Bay.
Just get it off. Booming forward throws, hits his man. Aguilar setting up a first down and goal.
Just getting the playoff was a miracle, but that time Derek Carr looked in 4 different places. Watch his helmet move to the right, to the middle, to the left, to the middle. That's the kind of pass protection he's getting so far in this game. The Chiefs don't pick it up on the pass rush. It is going to be an extremely long night for them.
Waited for Aguilar to get open.
Yeah, I see him.
Fullback goal. Back in the game. And Booker follows him for a gain of a couple. It's second down and goal.
Did you hear that time Derek Carr come to the line of scrimmage and say, I see him, I see him? I guarantee it was Rodney Hudson, his center, who was calling out something that he saw on the defensive side. And he's like, yeah, I see him, I see him. And even John Gruden was talking about Derek Carr. He says, people don't appreciate that he has a photographic memory. I mean, if I tell him something, he's going to remember it. One time he even had one where he told him something in training camp that never showed up to the middle of the season, and he called it then. He couldn't believe it.
Second and goal from the 5. Toss here, flip to Aguilar. Aguilar gets to the 1-yard line. Third down and goal. Stopped there by Breland.
That was really close. I think that Denzel Good got away with a block in the back on that one. Let's watch this. It was close, but we got initial contact that was a little questionable. But this one right here, I thought it was going to get called. That would have been a huge penalty.
Right there.
Fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Third and goal at the 1.
Put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
That play is the very definition of quick and in a hurry.
Lofted throw is not caught by Brian Edwards, the rookie from South Carolina. Covered there by Travarius Ward, so it's 4th and goal at the 1. Carr looking over the bench, he's just sitting at the goal, let the field goal unit.
Travarius Ward's had that broken hand all season, and he has been struggling. But that was a beautifully made play, and now they're going to change their mind.
Yeah, I mean, Carr was looking over saying, hey, it's off here with the 1-yard line.
And this is the game I think I would agree with. You know, you know what's on the other sideline. You know you had a huge night holding them to 32 points the last time. Can't argue with points, but...
On the bench, that is their first hit with regard to disqualification. 15-yard penalty, 4th down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Raider bench, and something went on over there with the officials.
Thinking that Gruden or somebody didn't like the call, maybe looking for a pass interference in end zone on that one. And unfortunately, it used to be you could yell anything you wanted from the bench.
Not now.
Now they can hear everything. It costs them 15 yards.
Sometimes if your audio drops out, you know what's happening.
Yeah.
35-yard attempt for Carlson now, instead of a little chip shot.
At the 35-yard line.
Right down Las Vegas Boulevard. Speaking of Las Vegas Boulevard, 4:36 remaining in the half.
Verizon 5G is here with a coverage of 5G nationwide and in more and more cities, the unprecedented performance of ultra-wideband. This is the 5G America's been waiting for. Only from Verizon.
Right there, you get a chunk play out of it.
I really appreciate that Patrick price on my insurance, Jake from State Farm.
Here's the deal, Patrick. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Let me repay the favor with some field passes. Come on.
When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We take safety seriously, like in the Hyundai Tucson. It can help protect the ones you love and the ones they love.
sneak. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
From the brand with more 2020 IIHS Top Safety Awards than Honda, Toyota, or Nissan. Feeling safe. It's better than a Hyundai Tucson.
In 1912, Leon L. sold his first batch of 100 bits. Night and week, he refunded every pair, then perfected the link. Because if it wasn't comfortable, he didn't want people to have it. This holiday season, we want to help you give the warmest, coziest, longest-lasting gifts on earth and make you feel more comfortable than you have in a long, long time.
Touchdown pass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
This town smells fantastic.
Brady and the Bucks now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Adios. Even made a litter out of it. Larky, go off for the demo.
Hey, nothing quicker than Absorbex.
Friday mornings on BCSA.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about
There's the 93-foot torch that was built in memory of Al Davis, his son Mark owns the team. It's interesting, Mark decided that if the fans couldn't come, he wasn't going to come. So he has not been to his own team's home games. And I was told that the county was going to allow about 5,000 fans to come in at most. And they decided, no, if everybody can't come, nobody's coming. So, for what it's worth,
14 yards there and a
there you go.
first down. Back-to-back good plays.
Totally silent in the stadium tonight, which means, of course, you can hear everything. Feel the 2 yards in and think of thought about it. The road to royalty, you look at Andy Reid, I mean, some of the numbers that he has now put up, they fall by the wayside. Highest road winning percentage, minimum 100 games, Bill Belichick, 605, George Hallis, 610.610. Andy Reid is the winningest coach on the road in the history of the National Football League. He wins over 61% of his road games, was 18-3 after buys. Finally won that Super Bowl that sooner or later you knew he was going to win last year. And of course, one of the most respected men in the league. 8-5 here. You know, I was looking this thing up thanks to Kenny Hurt. Best road record, but only the 27th best home record. So Andy knows how to take you for a trip.
Don't you think a little bit, though, Andy Reid was always thought of as being a really good coach? And then all of a sudden he came here, and not only did he get better, and then he won the championship, and he's in some stratosphere now that is completely different.
As John Bass used to say, it's the yeah button. The yeah button is finally over. Here's Robinson backing up. Leg is down. It's going to be a third and a couple instead of a longer, but we'll see what the call is here. Meanwhile, that unsportsmanlike conduct before the field goal was because of multiple coaches being outside the coach's box, which extends to the 20-yard line. So they were way out.
His intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield.
Personal foul, face mask, number 11, offense, 15-yard penalty, second down.
That's Robinson. Meanwhile, you've got Le'Veon Bell.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him
for the first time tonight.
And he's into the end zone for
Yeah.
a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Let's take a look now. Yeah. Little stiff arm, the pinky hook with the face mask. See, that was very awesome.
No, you don't.
That's one of the great advantages in all of football, that an offensive player can stick his hand right in your face, and you really can't.
You're looking at a broken pinky on that play.
Yeah. Well, there's Le'Veon flanked out wide. This is what has made him great, averaging like 115 scrimmage yards in his career.
Mahomes sends him on a sweep here, but this play is whistled dead for a false start.
False start. Number 13, offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Michelle.
You guys were talking about Andy Reid and his, he focuses primarily on the offense, but after his defense came off to the sideline after that last Las Vegas drive, he had a few words for the entire defensive bench, in particular the defensive line. And the defensive linemen didn't look real happy with themselves. Having a long conversation over here.
So Vegas with 209 yards in the first half. Still has 3 minutes to go. And this is Bell exhibiting some of the old moves he used to show as a Pittsburgh Steeler. Picking up a good chunk here, but a little shy of a first down. It was second down at 25%, third and 13.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell has a unique style, as you talked about. He takes his sweet time getting to the line of scrimmage, but one of the things it does is it allows the offensive lineman with some of those double teams some extra time to push them down the field. I was asking the coaches, did he rebuild this offense around him? He said, yeah, do you remember what he used to do to us?
The messy ending in Pittsburgh, sat out a year, went to the Jets, and really didn't work out. And now he's here backing up Edwards-Helaire. Third and 14. Three-man rush. Mahomes stepping away. Keeps his eyes downfield. Fires high. Incomplete. Intended for DeMarcus Robinson. Coverage was good. That is fourth down. First month of the game. Upcoming.
Yeah, well, right at the tail end of this thing. Of course, Patrick Mahomes, nobody makes more big plays under pressure than he does. But that was Isaiah Johnson who's come back and really had an impact. But a big opportunity now for the Raiders. They finally get a hold. If they can score a touchdown here, everybody starts sitting up and taking notice.
Tommy Townsend.
So the big play gets him all the way
down to 24. Hunter Renfrow. Slipping and sliding up to the 32-yard line. 2-0-7 to the half. Slim Las Vegas.
Verizon 5G is here with a coverage of 5G nationwide. And in more cities, the unprecedented performance from ultra-wideband. This is the 5G America's been waiting for. Only from Verizon.
2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's third and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half.
This classic. Perfect now with Wendy's 2 for $5.
At Chipotle, carne asada is back. The cumin, the coriander, mix it in with that fresh lime juice and that cilantro, and it just brings out those flavors. It's very tender. When you're cutting it, it's tender. When you're eating it, it's tender. It's bomb steak.
Could I get the 10-piece chicken McNuggets? Wait, no, Big Mac. So, no, McNuggets. I'm still here.
Get it at McDonald's. When you buy one of your faves, you get another for just $1.
And that'll carry over the end zone for a touchback.
Order number 92?
They came for the 2 for $5.
You got a 2 for $5, right?
Yeah. But they were surprised. The special side.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
The best $5 I spent.
More surprised than I've been in my entire life.
Just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you can go and look at the tablet and see what you did on the
Oh, believe me. Only at Burger King, you order a 2 for $5 and have a chance to win a PS5. Buy and play game in-app for a chance to win.
I thought it was a huge burger they handed me.
Hulu has live sports.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from
First
tying up this
Hulu put our faces on some other guy's body.
And he knocks it
Take
through.
me, deep fake Saquon Barkley.
And me, Baker Mayfield's face, I'm not Baker Mayfield's body. Hulu has live sports.
This one tied at 14 now as he sits
One of the great
this
features,
away.
indoor stadium, you can look through the roof, but they grow the grass outside, there it is, and then they roll it in. It's wild. Very much like the stadium the Cardinals play at in Glendale, Arizona. Grow it outside, roll it inside, roll it back down, I guess tomorrow. Of course, with a climate like they have here in Vegas, especially in the wintertime, you can
ready to go for
grow some nice grass, and they're playing on a very good-looking playing surface tonight. From the 32-yard line, pass over the middle, one no gain there by Brian Edwards, and that takes us to the 2-minute mark. Stop by for
17-14.
10-piece McNuggets.
One starts with an S. Ball security.
Quarter pounder cheese. Filet of fish.
In meeting rooms, right? You see the
Big Mac.
signs. They talk about it all the time.
Get it at McDonald's when you buy one of your faves and get another for just $1.
Ball away from you. No matter what position you play, you gotta take care of the rock.
You know 6'3" hits threes, 98 marks assists, and kings see courts in 2020. Days have routines, and nights.
You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right
You know 26.2 and 2 was impossible.
At least until it wasn't. You know the inside of everything, except you.
That wasn't the problem. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick.
Geico makes the claims process so easy, I can manage my claim all in the Geico app. It's not just easy, it's giving your dog your fitness tracker easy.
Woo! Already got my 40,000 steps today.
Geico, fast and convenient claim service.
A little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Going deep for Diggs. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Thanks, Mom. I really appreciate it. That's how strong my love is.
Possession. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, but in that situation they find themselves in because there really may be one completion left to give their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points on the board.
The catch and run there, good for 16.
With fullback concession, Xfinity is committed to helping kids continue to learn no matter where they are.
We're providing affordable internet access to low-income families through our Internet Essentials program.
While we're working 24/7
To keep our network fast, reliable, and secure.
and helping college students study and stay connected to our university program.
We're committed to helping all families stay connected. Learn more at Xfinity.com/education.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. And this play was flushed to his left, still on the run, able
Quite a
to
sight,
accurately throw
strip,
the football
Las
for a
Vegas
nice
on
first
this
down.
Sunday night. The Chiefs defense, they've allowed only 10 points in the final 2 minutes of a half. 3 in the first half. 7 in the second half. It's the lowest total against any team. And we're in this situation right now. It's 2nd down and 9. For the Raiders at the 33-yard line. Here comes the blitz. Carr under pressure and gets it away. And it's caught up the 40-yard line. Waller. And run out of bounds there by Matthew. I think somebody had his hand on the left arm of Carr. He still got it away for a gain there of 18 yards.
Derek Carr has been great so far in this. When he saw that blitz, they faked it to his left, and he saw it coming to the other side. He yelled out bang R or something like that, where it brought the offensive line that way, and he ends up with a big play. I'm telling you, Derek Carr is having a fantastic first half.
That was Frank Clark, who had him partially by the arm, got it away, 183 passing yards already for him.
Right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Easy to
Sent back to a 4-man rush.
to think after that interception.
Out of the pocket, downfield, wants Waller to throw a block, picks up a few yards. 2nd down.
And that's one of the things that John Gruden, I think, was most excited about when we had a chance to talk with him, was that Derek Carr was starting to get out of the pocket, move around, and starting to make some of those plays that Patrick Mahomes has made famous. This doesn't look like much, but really nothing was there. He runs out of the pocket, doesn't take a hit, and gains 5 yards. I mean, that's significant.
See on the sideline, special teams defense.
2nd down,
we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
On 44 to halftime. Great protection. That's in the 34-yard line. That's Aguilar going to the turf. Can't hold it. 3rd down and 5.
This looks like my old 3-year-old soccer team. Everybody ends up in a pile right over here to the right-hand side. Look at this. I mean, that's what they did, and they'd all kick each other in the shins, and that was my soccer team.
Not kick each other in the shins.
My coach
I didn't know anything about it. How
aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
You knew there were 11 guys. 3rd down and 5. Booker is in the game. He clears out. Car on the move. And nobody's open, so he just tosses it to the bench.
And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Got to punt it. That was a bad sequence. You would have wanted at the very least to not have to give this thing back to Mahomes here. Now he is going to have all his timeouts, and that was a really bad sequence for the Raiders.
Their first one tonight. A.J. Cole. His first punt of the night.
To the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start on 1st and 10.
Robinson back there, rolls for makes a fair catch. They tell me there are like 120,000 weddings in Las Vegas every year. Here's one. This weekend.
Oh, it's out of control. It couldn't get any better than this. Instant classics. What a throwing catch! This is going to live forever. We're here for the Thursday night throwdown.
We're going to continue to get better.
This was a get-right game. Sunday morning breakdown. These guys are going to have to step up. Don't sleep on this defense. And all the inside loading.
Our new house is amazing.
There is a bit of an issue with our neighbors' fence. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Fun to watch. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt.
We take safety seriously, like in the Hyundai Tucson. They can help protect the ones you love and the ones they love. From the brand with more 2020 IIHS Top Safety Awards than Honda, Toyota, or Nissan. Feeling safe. It's better than a Hyundai Tucson.
The fighting spirit is one we all share. For Eduardo Perez, it drove him to thrive in his search for a better life. Immigrating from Guatemala at 18, he found work as a dishwasher, a line cook, sous chef, and eventually fought to the top of one of the most challenging professions in the world, proving that there is no challenge that can hold back a fighting spirit. Since 1925, he's proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you make of. Modelo, home for those with a fighting spirit.
There to make the grab. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Sutton. And a rebound up to 14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Monday on
Gets through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike Tirico back with you. The Chiefs are chasing down the Steelers in the AFC. Coming up on the Toyota halftime, we'll show you how Pittsburgh stayed undefeated, and the Colts beating the Packers in an overtime classic. See you at the break. How back to you.
All right, thank you, Mike. That's a good point about seeking that number 1 seed. As the pass here is caught by Darrell Williams. They're seeking the number 1 seed. Meanwhile, the Raiders are just trying to get back into position to maybe win the division. Right now, Pittsburgh, the game in front of Kansas City for that number 1 seed.
But remember, if the Raiders win this game, then they have the tiebreaker because they beat them twice.
No question.
And the Chiefs still have to go to Tampa, to Miami, and to New Orleans on this season. They've got the hard part